think so.
Yeah, we'll
check.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm Billy Zane.
Hi, I'm Billy Zane.
Welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks, where we are all appreciating how much we love Billy Zane.
Well, as you heard earlier, Billy Zane is in the studio, guest hosting with us today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Halloween special. More ravens. More ravens.
They're the smartest bird.
Is this the dubstep edition?
More ravens on this Halloween special. We are back, and we are going to be looking at 1995's Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night. And it is our Halloween special. We're off track. This is not a Friday release, because Halloween's not on a Friday. So welcome to our special edition, More Ravens. And Jeremy, you're back.
I am back.
How does it feel to
I've
be...
really never left.
I mean, how does it feel to be here? Still here.
It feels great. The weather in Denver is beautiful, and yeah, I went on a nice long walk today.
Yeah, you went to Cherry Creek Mall, right?
I did. I tried to steal one of the high-end cars there, but they got me.
Yeah. Did they go?
Yeah, they sent me to the Raven Room.
I hate the Raven Room. Well, welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks, where we are a podcast where we examine obscure, forgotten about, and often overlooked films. As clearly you know, Jeremy is here. I am Paul, and as always, next to me is Mike.
Hello.
And next... Well, what's possessed? Whoa. and
It's like a Sex Panther kind of.
and we also have Lamar. Oh. Lamar's in the house. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is going to be our Halloween special, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night, 1995. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've all seen this movie before today, right?
Yeah, I've seen clips of it. Don't remember it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar has seen the whole thing in
Yeah, I was pre-gaming with Jeremy, and I was thinking about it. And like, no, I don't recall this movie as a youngin. Scenes of it, yes. As a whole movie, no.
I was wondering if I actually saw this in the theater with Jeremy, which is like a very big possibility. I mean, I saw this in the theater. Did you see this in the theater, Jeremy? Do you remember if you did?
I've seen so many movies in the movie theater that I have no idea.
I know I saw this, so I feel the probability that we saw this in the theater is strong.
How many movies do you think you two have seen together in the theater?
Probably a lot. Like I'm telling you, Jeremy and I were pretty much weekly watching movies for like years.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Were you sneaking in or
no?
Sometimes we would though. We would like buy tickets to a PG-13 movie and then go into like the R movie.
That's true.
That's fair.
There was a movie that we saw. It was me, Jeremy, our friend Fred. There might have been someone else with us, and Jeremy and Fred are like months older than me, and we were trying to go see a rated R movie. And I remember we were in the Warenberg Theater. Do you remember this theater?
Yeah, they're gone now.
Yeah, and someone was like, "Yeah, like you can't go in there. You have to be, a certain age." And Jeremy and Fred, for some reason, like turned around and showed them their tickets, and I was just next to them. And the guy was like, "Oh, okay," and just kind of looked at me like we Jedi mind tricked him. Like we just didn't do anything. Like just like two people were like, "But I have tickets," and they were like confused the guy enough. He's like, "What? Yeah, they have tickets." I have a story with Lamar with that we were maybe or maybe not in a movie where we didn't have tickets, and crazy enough, the usher came right up to me with a flashlight. And he's like, I need to see your ticket right now. And this is halfway through a movie. And I was like, oh, yes. And I could feel Lamar and the people we were with, like everyone basically stopped breathing. And my thought was, I'm going to slowly stand up and then run as fast as humanly possible. And I was going to do this. And for whatever reason, so again, this guy's got this like no joke flashlight. Like, I need to see your ticket. And I turned around and the guy just goes, "Oh, I thought you were someone else. I'm really sorry," and left. And no one said another word. So
Wow.
You're gonna make a break for it, like it's Fort Knox and they caught you.
Well, I rationally took a breath and thought, if I just run, nothing's gonna happen, and nothing would have happened.
You rolled a natural 20 that day.
I did. It was super for the group too.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone was like, "What? What was that?" I was like, "I don't know. Let's just stop talking about it." But yes, that's not Demon Night. We saw Demon Night. Mike, did you see Demon Night in the theater? Were you with Jeremy?
I did not. Yeah.
You saw it properly on television years after.
Yeah, I would have seen
edited
it
for TV.
Rental, yeah.
After Demon Night, did you make a demon kite?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
It looked like Billy Zane.
That's proper. Yeah. Like Billy Zane holding a rose.
Yeah.
So when he's in the air, he's looking down at you like, "Hey, girl, reach out and grab this rose. Grab that rose like you grab your dreams. I promise you, I'm Billy Zane." And some weird music plays in the backdrop. Well, if you've ever seen Tales from the Crypt, this movie starts off in a very similar fashion with the Tales from the Crypt theme song. And you go through the graveyard, and you go down to the crypt, and then you see the Crypt Keeper. And it kind of starts off as a weird joke, and we'll get there in a second. But yeah, we have a bunch of famous people. Billy Zane is going to be the one we note the most. The director, Ernest R. Dickerson, directed Juice and 9 episodes of Dexter, amongst other things. So I thought that was kind of, yeah. We've all seen, everyone in this room has seen Tales from the Crypt, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Jeremy, what did you find out? So there is a second movie. There is another movie, and it's not a continuation. There were apparently supposed to be 3 movies. This is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night. There's also Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, which is a okay movie that comes after. And you said there was going to be a part 3?
So yeah, they had, I guess they had originally planned on a Tales from the Crypt trilogy that was movie-based. So they did Demon Night first, Bordello of Blood second. They never really came up. They came up with a 3rd episode, but they never made it. But then something or other happened, and they made a movie called Ritual, which may or may not be associated with Tales from the Crypt. There is an image of it that says Tales of the Crypt, presents Ritual, but when you look it up on IMDb, it just says Ritual. Or the other 2 do definitely say Tales from the Crypt.
That's interesting. I think I was the only one still in the room. I think you guys had gone for refills or whatever. But there's a post-credit scene with the Crypt Keeper where he announces the 3rd movie.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he say Ritual?
No, he says a different name, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, interesting.
Is it? Well, the next one would be Bordello of Blood after this.
Well, it's not that either.
Oh,
okay. Well,
but there is a post-credit scene where he's like, "Hey, Stan."
Well, we're the most uninformative podcast about movies you could be listening.
We don't
to.
have the information about this fake movie that
lacking.
didn't get made.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of notable people in this movie. Billy Zane as the collector. You're gonna know him from Titanic. The Phantom. One of the bullies from Back to the Future. William Sadler, Bill and Ted Bogus Journeys, Grim Reaper. Are you kidding me?
The bad guy from Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2, Shawshank Redemption, Jada Pinkett Smith in the Matrix sequel, Scream 2. Mike, this one goes out to you. Brenda, I don't know if it's Baquet. She's Cordelia.
From Hot Shots?
Hot Shots Part 2.
Hell yeah.
I saw that and I was like, yeah, total shout out to Mike.
Yep.
Another one, CC Pounder is Irene. I wanted to give Lamar a obscure shout out. Hey, do the RoboCop 3. She's in that.
Oh shit! Wow.
And then there's other famous people, including Roger Rabbit.
And the old guy from Gremlins.
Oh yeah, and I noted
yes.
he passed away in 2019. So Dick Miller plays Uncle Willie. He's in The Burbs. He's in the Terminator 1, Gremlins. 2019. He died at the age of 90.
And he has that
That's a hell of a
iconic
life.
face. Yeah.
Thomas Haden Church.
THC.
Plays Roach. He's the Sandman in Spider-Man. People know him Sideways, Wings, Easy A. Mike and I have seen Easy A. I would do Easy A for this podcast at some point in time.
Okay. Yeah.
That's I don't know if I would normally gravitate towards a teen, college or high school movie, even though, side note, I love them. But I think Easy A is one that I might actually do for this. I think it's different. It's not a run of the mill. I mean, it has a lot of the same tropes, but it's just I thought I like that one differently. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I like Easy A.
Mike seemed unenthused on that.
No.
Very indifferent.
I think he just
I love
like
it.
Easy A's in general.
Bro, I love Easy A.
Boom. He is in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't think of her name. You love
Emma
her.
Stone?
Yeah, don't you
Yeah.
love Emma Stone?
I do, yeah.
Look. He's stone cold for Emma Stone. But yeah, so back in the movie, we open in the Crypt Keeper is actually filming a movie. He's directing his own movie where someone is taking a bath. This woman has clearly killed her husband, and she's on the phone. Ha ha ha, he's dead. But apparently the husband is coming up the stairs in bloody rags, but he's not doing it right. And cut. The Crypt Keeper is so upset on the set, and the dead husband's there, and it's John Larroquette.
Yeah, another cameo, yeah.
I love it. What's John Larroquette doing?
Nothing.
Night courting?
Yeah.
He is night courting. Jeremy, have you watched any of the new Night Court?
No. I'll never watch a new Night Court.
Lamar and I have watched some new Night Court.
I have to say, as a continuation of the series, they do a good job.
It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, the whole thing's just weird.
It is weird.
John Larroquette and Richard Mole.
Wait, is Richard Mole in it?
No, not in this, but he was in our previous movie that we discussed.
Yeah.
That's true,
Before
yeah.
we even get into Tales from the Crypt, just side note, Jeremy and I watched House 2 today. we jokingly said,
You're
since
going to do yourself a favor and watch this.
yeah, that's not something anyone on Earth should do unless they're your enemy. Jeremy and I were like, oh, we have some time to kill, and we're going to do another podcast, but let's watch this movie. And so if you listened to last week, we did House 1, and I think at the end we said, oh, would we ever do House 2? The answer is no. Hard no on that one. The big takeaway that Jeremy gave, and I'm going to add to it, is Jeremy's like, straight up, this movie is comedy adventure. And it is. It's almost not even about a house. That's House 2. And the second thing I want to add is a good 20 minutes of the film is a children's film. It's just like someone was like, you know what? Maybe this should be PG. Because, Jeremy and I were watching, there's animatronic pterodactyls and some kind of grubworm puppy. It was super bizarre. But yeah, there's like scenes of just like dinners and like feeding animatronic animals, and they're like, woof, woof, meow. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's really weird. And
Sorry, I missed that one.
we talked about Mike during that. And at first, Jeremy said Mike would have liked House 2 better than House 1. Quickly, Jeremy later said, that is not true. He would have been really enraged about this film.
Enraged.
I think you would have been enraged. If you watched that movie alone, Mike, and that was like your movie homework, you would have been so pissed off.
Yeah.
So was it even enjoyable?
Not
and would
really.
you wouldn't recommend it to any of the viewer or listeners?
Not really.
Okay.
The movie is... Jeremy, would you recommend House 2?
Just like House 1, and I know this isn't a fucking another house thing, but just like House 1, nothing is explained. It's
at
just
all.
a series of events that happens, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, it's a different house in an Aztec temple.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
The house...
The house is in an Aztec
It
temple?
is
Yes.
made out of Aztec temple stones that have been reassembled to form kind of a modern day Aztec temple.
Yes. And it's like in the people's kitchens, so you see like the stones protruding like next to people's like stoves. I'm not joking. And then it like fully is like there in the basement. Yeah,
It's got to be expensive.
probably.
Definitely a bigger budget than House 1.
I think.
With like just the set designs and the things they
Well,
do.
then
but
we remember we thought there was leftover set from House 1. Like there's the Vietnam set.
There's more jungle.
Are you going to continue on with the House series and watch 3, 4, and 5?
Well, then, so funny enough, we loaded up 3.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, but
how
it's
far
like-
did you get?
We didn't get far at all because my daughter was in the room. House 2 is like a PG-13 weird movie, and again, part of it is almost a children's film. House 3 seems like a serial killer movie.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anything. It's very questionable, even if it has like any relation to House. And it's
Like I think
straight up rated R.
There's probably like a house somewhere in that movie, but that's it. The big house. It's the jail.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what it wasn't, Lamar. It wasn't Clown Motel 2.
Nothing can beat Clown Motel 2. Nothing.
But yeah, would I watch House 3? Maybe. William Katt's back. I know he like dies, but
Fucked up.
it seems like it might have something to do more with the original.
That's 4 that he's back.
Oh my god! Yes, so 4. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll watch 4. I don't know.
You need to get as far away from a house as you can get.
I had fun with 1. I think
yeah.
viewers should stop there. I don't know what the hell's going on with
Right
the
on.
other House films.
Thank you for the review of House 2.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be a little quick cut, like a little 5-minute.
Nah, you got what you need. Nah, yeah, you got what you needed. You got in and out of House 2.
Right.
You got your warning that you have other Halloween films to watch, and that's great. And I guess the last thing I'll note, because this will be the Halloween special, so we're kind of recording a little ahead of time, that I liked Disney's Haunted Mansion.
All right.
I thought it was fun.
I haven't seen it yet, but
So the movie's PG-13. My little qualm with it is I think this movie struggles to decide does it want to be PG or PG-13, because some scenes are definitely PG-13 and other scenes are almost like G. I'm like, but overall I had a lot of fun with it, so I thought that was cool.
in 2023, what's the big difference between PG and PG-13?
PG-13 was more like, or PG in the Haunted Mansion for me is like, there's like this scene where someone gets in like a chair and it has wheels and it kind of like in a silly fashion rolls someone down the stairs. It's like chunk 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 chunk. What's going on? And then someone gets like launched. And I was like, but then there's other scenes that are like straight up like demonic faces and like phasing through walls and like talking to children like I will devour your soul. Like that is a little more like, whoa, like, and I'm like almost downplaying it. I'm like,
Right.
There's way more terror in it.
So like it's just kind of borderline as could you show this to a younger child?
All right.
Yeah, like that, and that's. I just think they needed to pick a lane, and the
Right.
lane I wanted them to go in is more towards the PG-13 route.
Yeah.
And some of the scenes, I'm just like, like my daughter could have clearly watched scenes, and other scenes I would have been like, I think she would have been scared about the imagery and some of the stuff. And again, I don't think it needs to be PG-13. It's like sometimes Disney is more like, should we be the 7-8-year-olds, or could we show this to like 12 and above? And I want to be in the 12 and above.
Yeah, I know we
sometimes.
had conversations before about ratings, specifically between R and X a long time ago in previous episodes. I was just bringing it up like,
Jeremy
this seems like
loves
we all love X.
It's my favorite rating.
But it just feels like just moving a goalpost every generation to what is a PG-13 and what is a R, and I have no idea what anything is these days.
Well, I think
to anything.
PG-13 you could use a bit of profanity. Wednesday we watched the first episode. They were saying shit and various other things, and that definitely is PG-13. I don't think it's NC-17. I don't think it's rated R. It's just definitely. You would probably want to be like in junior high and above.
Yeah.
It's not elementary school, and I think that's more the distinction for me. That sometimes I want to see that junior high, high school, and above, not just like elementary school and below.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel you. Like if you're, for me as an adult who does kind of enjoy these kind of movies from time to time, yeah, like you don't want a PG movie that has 3 scenes in it that earn it a rating that's higher. Like, yeah, like either go full in and make it a PG-13 movie, or just cut those down and make it like accessible to younger folks.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's a PG-13 movie. They say F twice.
Yeah.
They say shit a couple times. People kind of like die in weird ways, and it could even be comical, but like it wouldn't be for like elementary school kids, and it'd be like for like 13-year-olds and above. And that's what I want to get in.
Yeah.
Like, go, as Mike said, like do it all.
That's nightly dinner at my house.
Doing it all.
I love it. Well, once we get past the Tales from the Crypt kind of opening, and we present the Tales of the Crypt Demon Night, which opens up in this comic book format, and then we get the music of Filter. Hey man, nice shot. I remembered, Filter always opening because it's got that, as I said, brooding bass lines like bum 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 bum, and but it goes well. It's 2 cars driving on the highway, crazy high speeds. You don't know what's going on. There's this brooding bass line. You don't know like what the story is, and it opens well for me. And these cars are going crazy ass fast, and our lead Brayker runs out of gas and basically turns the car around, and the car that's chasing him, driven by Billy Zane, also known as the Collector, he starts shooting at him, sets his car on fire, and then Billy Zane runs right into Brayker's car as Brayker jumps out just enough to get away in time as the cars explode.
Mm-hmm. And he looks at his Brayker looks at his hand, and he has this funky, like, 7-star tattoo that starts glowing.
It's all sevens, which is never really going to be
Yeah,
explained.
and the stars are like moving around. They're starting to align into like a perfect circle.
Yeah, he kind of attempts to explain it. I think not very well later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
Maybe if that person he is talking to later got maybe at least 5 more minutes, that would have been maybe a little helpful.
I don't know.
Maybe the transference of memories will grow for that person.
I don't think this movie needed more, like, backstory and context. It was fine.
I know, no, not for an audience member. I just mean for that person. Like, like, oh shit, like, even a couple minutes, like a couple notes. Got a journal that maybe you're gonna hand off.
Jot something down.
Paul, like you said, I like this opening a lot. Build a nice bit of mystery to it, just the way it was shot, brooding opening.
Yeah,
even with filter, I thought the song was good. I love the bass of this song.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone dislike the opening of like the actual movie itself, like outside of the tales?
No, it's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like immediately I am full in. Like, what is going on? Who are these people? Like, high-end car chases, car explosions. People are clearly like all or nothing with their lives. Something is supernatural because it's the Tales from the Crypt films. But yeah, again, Bordello of Blood, vampire film. It's okay at best. This movie is definitely, I think, the prize of the Tales from the Crypt films. Again, we have not seen this third one, if that really is a Tales from the Crypt film. But yeah, so this guy Brayker, we don't really know his name, but I'm giving it to you. Brayker runs off. These cars explode, and then he tries to get another car.
Yeah, we're at the Halfway House Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just trying to, whips out a butterfly knife and tries to open up a car.
Some fucking kid narcs on him.
Danny?
Yeah.
Danny.
What you doing, mister? Oh, no. I just like, he's like, oh, nothing.
Nothing. Just checking to see if it was locked.
Checking to see if your car's dad was rad enough.
It is.
Check
Take it easy.
Rad inspector coming through.
Well, everything seems to be in order.
Maybe he could have used the Jack Palance voice from Cyborg 2, Mike. Like, what you got, little boy? Just
missed opportunity there.
Lock inspector. as the kid soils himself. Yeah, well, that kid narcs. That kid does narc on him. He narcs on him quick.
Yeah.
He's like, "Daddy, someone's breaking into your car," and Jim Quick. Those people appear, and then the guy runs off.
Chase him off.
He doesn't really chase him off because even the wife's like, "Go get him." He's like, "He's too far."
Yeah. He's right over there. I can't reach him.
He's like 20 feet away.
He's limping across the highway.
Then we get the cops are on the scene where the cars have crashed. There's a chief and there's Deputy Bob. And they're like, "Oh my God, these cars are going so fast. Like, what were they doing? These cars are still on fire." Like, they're very close to these on fire cars, which I would not be anywhere near that. And then, like a dream, Billy Zane appears.
Wearing a nice duster and cowboy.
He's looking pretty
well,
good.
I said like a dream. I just thought I implied the idea that he was wearing a duster and a suite.
In Paul's dreams, everyone is wearing a duster.
Yeah. Everyone looks like Walker's Texas Ranger in my dreams. They're like, and yeah,
there was a guy wearing a duster at Vesper last night when we were leaving.
That's true. There was, yeah.
Did you talk to him?
No. That was a missed opportunity also.
I don't think you want to approach a guy at a duster at like 1 in the morning.
No.
Hear me out. Listeners, the next time you see just some gentleman walking in a duster, you walk up to them and very sincerely you say, "Like a dream, are you Billy Zane?" And then if you're Mike, you add Muffin to it.
Yeah, like, what's up, Muffin?
Listen, Muffin. Are you the Billy Zane of my dreams? Speaking of dreams, Jeremy, what you got going on from Fiction over there? Thanks again, Ryan. Thanks again, Fiction Beer Company. Drink that pumpkin with spices. Drink that Oktoberfest as well. But Jeremy's going off script. What you got going on with the Fiction?
Yeah, so this is a beer of very little brain. It is kind of a playoff of a Winnie the Pooh story, but it is an amber wheat lager. It is delicious. Ooh. And if you are ever in Denver and you make your way to Fiction Brew Co., all of their beers really revolve around stories. So it's kind of a neat concept.
Yeah, and as we said last week, or I guess days ago, because the special is in between weeks, that Mike and Jeremy went to Fiction Beer Company and picked up some more of these. That's where they got them. So thanks again, Ryan. Thanks again, Fiction Beer Company.
And they have a shit ton of books in their brewery, so you can just like grab a beer,
yeah,
grab
and
a book, read
he was
it.
saying we got to get back in on this, and I hope he comes and visits us. That he was saying they're going to do something with like a Santa, where like kids come down during the day. It's like take your picture, and like parents get a beer or two. I love the idea. So yeah, Ryan. I hope
Paul is that Santa.
I would be that Santa.
Right on.
Ho ho.
Would you like a wooden toy, little boy?
Ooh, say no to the wooden toy.
Yeah, well, yikes.
Reach into my sack and feel around for the wooden toy.
And we were off the rails.
And there we go.
There we go.
Halloween special, all the way.
Ho, ho, ho.
Everyone loves Halloween. That was the forced entry.
It's horrible.
Someone's in the house.
That was possessed. That was so possessed.
Wildcat.
Oh, there's the witch we needed.
There it is. All right.
That was kind of like Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Right on.
Wow. the simple things.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Welcome to our Rube podcast with Rubenines. So yeah. So
Is it? Would you say it's Rubenesque?
it is Rubenesque.
Okay.
So our lead Brayker makes his way to the Mission Hotel, which used to be a church.
I really thought that was going to come into play at some point.
Yeah,
it did not.
Yeah, you know what? Like you clearly thought that they would find something churchy or holy water. Mike's totally right. Like it used to be a church. It was in the 50s. Like there's a backstory that's even said about this because Brayker runs into Uncle Willie and he brings him over, and so we get to see a whole crew of people. We get to meet the innkeep, which is
Pounder.
Yep, CC Pounder. We get Geraldine, who is Jada Pinkett Smith and is cleaning up stuff. We get Cordelia, who is a lady of the night. We get Roach, who is Church.
A customer of the Lady of the Night.
Who's going to be rolling up soon.
Yeah,
we
sure,
get Wally, who is
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
He's like a disgruntled postal employee, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still later on, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Did I even read like the premise of this movie?
You did not, I don't think.
You read a brief premise, but it
Oh
wasn't
wow!
enough.
Oh,
to-
clearly I didn't because I
Okay.
would have remembered. So
Okay.
yeah, and so like this leads to the plot. High-level demons collect low-level demons as warriors in an attempt to obtain a key containing the blood of Christ. The key is guarded by immortal warriors called demon knights. That was not really fully said. That was some wizardry that was pulled out of that summary.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's kind of right. But
Demon collecting, I feel like, wasn't really.
yeah.
It makes sense why the demon is named the Collector, even though
Sure.
we watch the movie and we're like, whatever,
don't
the
see him
Collector,
collect
whatever. No,
Demon
you're just
one.
You're just Billy Zane walking around. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, we get Brayker. He checks in under the alias of Mr. Smith, but he's paying in $100 bills, so the innkeep is pretty happy about this. And Billy Zane, at the same time, is working with the cops, and he said he's looking for some kind of antiquity. It's in the shape of a key, and he would like it back. And I guess he shows the cop no identification. So my first thought in this movie is he's like highway patrol, or he's like a higher level law enforcement. But later he just says, "Oh, I've been hired by someone to recollect something."
He's like kind of passing himself off as a bounty hunter.
Like a bounty hunter repo man.
Yeah.
Which is not as high as a police officer
Yeah.
in any respect. So like, what the hell?
Yeah, why is he taking directions from? He feels like this is a sergeant, right? One of them,
Or the chief.
or the
It's
chief.
like the
Okay,
chief
yeah,
of the
chief
town.
goes up. He's like, I need help. He's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, what were you doing? Like driving 100 miles an hour? He's like, well, I was chasing this guy. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
That sounds plausible, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And if I feel you were a higher level officer, you would be like, none of your business. Here's my badge. But then later he's like, I'm just like hired to collect some stuff. He's the dude in The Wizard collecting those kids.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
what? Come on. He's
Yeah.
like paying like $50 a day.
And that's fine.
But he's got that sweet duster, I told you.
It was a sweet duster.
What a dreamboat. But yeah, he Jedi tricks them, and they take him off, driving to find him. But they get a radio in that, like, hey, at that halfway cafe, that someone was breaking in cars, and they're like, let's go check it out. And then they go check it out, and then they too are directed to the hotel, the Mission Hotel. Everyone's there.
Yeah. I think the star hand tattoo, because it starts to act up again. Didn't he say something about like there needs to be 7 people?
Yeah.
He says that at the end of the movie. Yes,
Okay.
like there is an explanation, but not really
Yeah.
right now.
But so like, are the stars lighting up as people show up?
So
Yes.
yeah. So I guess
As he gets closer to these 7 folks.
Okay.
So, wow, I wasn't paying even that deep of attention. So for me, it was like he has these stars in a weird cluster on his hand, and then they rearrange themselves. And I didn't really count or anything. I'm sure you guys are both right on this, but they rearrange themselves, and he later notes like it's telling me directions, and he's like. Later, he will say, like, there are 7 people. They have lined up. 7 things happen. It's like unlocking a bank vault. You have to, like, do each little, like, ping and, like, lever.
Well-
and that's what's happening on his hand.
And you'll also, like, later in the movie, like, the full plot of what Billy Zane is trying to do revolving around, like, 7 keys, 7 people. And they're trying to collect this last key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was with you, Paul. I didn't understand why the stars were lining up. All I knew was they were just kind of a guide saying, hey, I'm on the right path.
Yeah,
But then I realized when people were showing up why the stars were lining
I
up.
kind of like the vagueness of it. Like,
So do
me
I,
as an
yeah.
audience
Yeah, you
movie,
don't need to know.
yeah, remember, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, he knows, and I know he knows something, but I don't know exactly what's going on. It's like, my weird hand's telling me stuff. I'm like, all right.
I know he knows, but he doesn't know that I know. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Just follow your
You
hand.
better GD email me about this. Someone better be CCing me. Yeah, so the cops do roll up, and they were like, hey, what's going on? Well, first of all, he's eating what in God's name?
Yeah. Was it split pea soup with ketchup in
That,
it?
like
Yes.
I wrote
Something
that.
like
I wrote
that.
that verbatim. I was
Okay.
like, "Is it peas and pea soup
pea
with
puree.
ketchup?" And he's
thought-
eating that.
Guacamole with
It's just guacamole and ketchup.
You know, it might have been because when the hooker was talking about her stained
Oh, yeah.
sheets, she's like, "Goddamn guacamole,"
Oh,
Yeah.
could be.
Oh.
which I thought she was just trying to be
Good
coy about
catch.
that. It was just jizz everywhere.
It was the worst looking guacamole.
It did not
ever.
look great,
outside.
no.
It
It's
looked
probably,
more.
it's probably guacamole from those sheets.
Oh,
The goo guac.
Welcome back, Halloween listeners. Welcome to your drinking goo game.
And there will be more goo.
How much more goo?
As much as you want.
oh my goodness.
Want little? That's our goo. Or
Oh god,
That was
that
the
the
goo
goo coming out?
dispenser.
you might want to have that looked at. That didn't sound healthy.
oh no. Oh wow, goo. Okay. So well, the cops come in and they really mess some stuff up because the cops are like, okay, well, Mr. Brayker, we're looking at your ID. We found out that guy's dead. You've stolen this ID. We're taking you down. I don't know what's going on. You crashed a car. There's a lot of reasons we're arresting you. Billy Zane's like, super cool. You know what, guys? I'll just take this antiquity. And they can't find it. So they're searching rooms and various other things. They can't find it. And then Uncle Willie's like, you know what? I watched him stash it. It's under this table. And they're like, that is fantastic. And Billy Zane says, I'm going to take this back as well. Can you just empty it out for me?
Yeah.
And
He
Uncle
put some goo in there. You
Yeah.
just shake it out for me.
Goo! And he's about to, but the cops take it. The chief takes it. And he's like, I'm actually taking you downtown too. You have a lot of questions, weird car chases, various other things.
The car was stolen.
Yeah, his
Oh, that's
car was
right.
also
Yeah.
stolen.
And the chief is like, let's go. And Billy Zane's like, you know what? No. And punches right through his face. And I like the immediacy of how this movie begins like that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
That's like the starting gun.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
That was a nice little, like, we've already met the players. Now let's just go. And I like it because it was no more buildup. We don't really need more exposition. The exposition we find out about each and every one of these people is through the next, 25 minutes, which I kind of dig. It's, you know nothing about anyone. It's set up like a Twilight Zone episode. You know, all hell's breaking loose. You don't want to be there. You're going to try to get out if you're a good person. And demons are all around. And Dreamboat Billy Zane is going to try to bewitch you all along the way.
Mm-hmm. The introduction of the characters like you said, is done pretty. It's done well. They don't overspend their time with introductions with the individuals or how they blend together. They build rapport right away. You can tell that it's a group. They have good chemistry together. It's pretty good and doesn't waste a lot of time.
Yeah, and Billy Zane doesn't waste a lot of time because he's like, you know what? I declare this house condemned. Mm-hmm. And he cuts himself open a little bit and just goos all over the place.
He's throwing goo everywhere.
Yeah, just green goo.
Yeah.
The IMDb trivia is they took those little glow sticks that you can crack and then you shake up. They just took that stuff, and that's what all the glowing green goo was.
Isn't that highly toxic?
Yeah,
it might be.
Okay.
So what were there in their eyes? Just put the goo in their eyes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't worry about those folks.
Guys, just stay still. We're gonna put
That's the magic. You want to be in
They've got health insurance.
You want to be in Demon Night? Cool. Here's $50. What's this in my eyes? You'll never see again.
They've got that sweet SAG insurance.
Oh yeah.
$50. Damn. Demon Night. $50.
Here's a poster. Signed by John Lurk.
I'm in.
So then the demons quickly disappear, and Brayker immediately pulls out this key that has blood in it, and we've seen it briefly. And he takes a little dab of it, and it basically, blood spiritually seals the door. He takes a dab, and imagine that dab expands, goes on the outline door frame, and seals it. Now demons can't get in, and he's doing this to windows and doors. What do I get? Wally shoots him. Oh, Wally's shooting someone in the eyes.
Wally shoots one in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you can kill the demons is by shooting them in the eyes because it releases their tormented soul.
Yeah.
And the tormented soul, it burns hot. Burns like a green lightning, if you will.
And that lightning fucks things up, too.
Yeah, it does.
You gotta get out of the way of that.
I kind of like that as kind of like this weird after effect. It's video gamey. It's you've shot it and you're like, it's dead. And you're like, well, if you stand next to it, it's gonna explode too.
Yeah.
You're like, I know those tricks all too well.
It also does other things too, which is revealed later. Like the blast is capable of some other shit.
That's when you get into a demon fight.
Oh yeah, you do. Demon Night turns into a demon fight.
I think this is now where we're treated to our first Jesus flashback.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, it doesn't at first.
Sure.
It really does.
Because Brayker's doing blood door shit, and he just kind of starts flashing back, and it's like Jesus on the cross, and some guy, and there's a demon, and a blood key.
I don't get what you don't get.
Yeah, sorry.
It explained everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the scene is fully budgeted. It's 3 people or so getting crucified. We find out one is Jesus. They're all in a weird desert, and this guy's mincing around hey, I'm doing stuff, and 4 feet in front of him is clearly a demon in a robe, and he's like, me. It's like if you wrap the Crypt Keeper in 3 little rolls of toilet paper, and we're like, doesn't he look like a dude standing there? I'm like, it looks like the Crypt Keeper in a little paper hood, and he hides, and that we don't know much more in this flashback. But,
No,
That's it.
but
There are more flashbacks coming.
yeah.
gotta get moving, bud.
Every movie should just be narrated by Jack Palance's mouth.
Yeah.
Don't be a wheezes. Get that blood of Jesus, pal.
Thanks to AI, that's possible nowadays.
Yeah.
That's true. I just wanted all City Slickers Jack Palance.
One day you'll have it, Paul.
Cool. That's fantastic.
It's your Christmas present this year.
Oh, that's great.
Jack Plant's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the movie that we should be reviewing.
Well, as we noted, Brayker is blood sealing all of these things, and a lot of people are running off. I think Jerry Lynn is like doing something. She runs off. I can't remember what she's doing.
Is that the hooker?
That's
Or
Jada,
that JPS?
That's Jada Pinkett Smith.
Cordelia.
Cordelia is with Roach. Roach is like, you know what? I just want to get the key and give it to the demons and get out of here. And listen, I love when you get a character like this because I'm kind of being serious. Like if we were in this situation, I know none of us would have been that character, but if that character,
I would have been, yeah.
What?
Just given the key to the demons?
What the hell, man?
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't know the full context.
That's true.
I can't believe Mike would do that. I feel this dude Roach would, and because I was going to say, I would just have a side vote with all of you that we immediately shoot that guy in the face.
He's just there for. Well, he's
Dude,
obviously
if you
just
straight up saw demons come from the ground, like I'm being serious. Like some guy just like punched through a dude's face, jumped through a window, and conjured demons.
So I think we would stop you right there. Like as soon as I saw a man punch through somebody's face, like I would have already been 60 feet out the front door, and I would not have stopped until I had a heart attack.
That's what I'm saying. My point being, like, we find out later on that them getting this key will mean the end of the world. But Roach's point right now is like, it's like they're here for him. Like, if we give him this guy, we can all leave, which I think is a pretty fair assessment. Currently, with the knowledge that he has at hand.
Okay, Mike, I'm going to disagree with you in this level. If these were human beings and this was like some kind of mob scene, I would side with you. Like, yeah, like I don't want to be involved. I don't like all these people. If I were any of these people, I was like, I don't have money. I don't care. Do whatever. But the moment I found out there were demons being conjured, I would have a very different attitude about all of this.
Sure. I'm just saying I would have 100% been on team. Like, let's get this guy out of here and let's leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have known that demons had been conjured because
you would have
I would be on a bus.
Okay, but Jeremy, how about this? You are now in the room. For some reason, you could not escape. You are now in the situation that you've seen all that you could have seen. Now, what's your game plan to get out of this?
I'm picking out the person that I'm going to kill and eat. And it's the fat deputy.
Nice.
Which one of you's the
He's well
fattest?
marbled.
Nice. Well, yes. So, and then, yes. So a lot of things are going on. This does not go well for Roach. Roach is scared back inside. Cordelia is thrown aside and she's crying, and Roger Rabbit tries to aid her. But she's in her room and she's very upset. And then we see Billy Zane's true powers. Oh my God. These demon powers put other demons to shame.
Yeah, he's doing like phantom touching through the window.
It's like, hey baby.
Come
to the window.
Like, oh,
And he pushes from the ground. He pushes her tears away.
Yeah,
her tears are rolling down, and he reaches out slowly his hand, and then you see her tears go back into her eyes, into her face, and he's like, you need to cry, pretty one.
She's being Billy Z'd.
Yeah, it's super weird. I love it. Billy Zane, bravo.
He's talking telepathically too, by the way.
Correct.
It's
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
Yes, and the deal is, if you let me possess you, it's just let me in. Just let me in. If you let me possess you, things are going to be okay. And we assume Cordelia is going to be okay, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's everything's going to be
no reason to think otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
Well, meanwhile, while she's getting zaned, Jada Pinkett Smith notes she has a cat, and the cat was gone, and he's like, Brayker's like, nah, man, you cannot go out there. But the cat's back inside, and he's like, this is super weird. We need to go check out what's going on in the basement. And they find out there's a mine tunnel. And the deputy is like, hey, there's mine tunnels all up and down this area. That makes sense. And Brayker's like, great. Like, dude, I've been telling you what's been going on. People just don't get. You just don't get it, Scott. Do you? Like, they just don't get it. And he's like, well, hey, yo, like, people could come in and out of this. You know, I've been sealing everything. And they're like, nah, man, maybe we should just go out this way. And then we hear Cordelia screaming because Willie rolled up and was like, hey, you know, are you okay? And he's screaming, everyone's screaming, and she is just ripping him up to shreds.
And it's not Willie, it's Wally.
Oh, it's Wally. Sorry, yeah, Wally. It's Uncle
Wally's
Willie.
after the beeve.
Yeah, it's Uncle Willie, and then it's yes, you're right. It's Wally. Wally is getting just torn the hell up.
Yeah.
Zane has bewitched her.
Yeah, it's emphasized earlier that Wally has a thing for Cordelia, but he's kind of like the little... He's just like a little housekeeper
He's a
bitch.
brooding
She's like,
psychopath.
he doesn't have it. But Roach is clearly the one banging her, but he's kind of
Roach has got
resentful
cash.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roach is he's the muscular guy that gets off the chicks.
He's got cash,
Wally's that.
and he loves to have his nipples shocked.
He does love nipple play.
Guys, I think you just described the whole package.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
unfortunately, Wally's coming to his demise here.
Like if Roach would have been Zaned, would it just have been Billy Zane like shocking his nipples like to possess him?
No,
Yeah, that's
very
how we
good point.
convince him. Like, I'll shock your nipples whenever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
exactly
doing
how
it
it would have
from here,
happened.
Yeah, Cordelia's full demon,
Yeah.
ripping everything off, or I was ripping everything up, and ripping off CC Pounder's arm. She's really bummed about that, so she loses an
Yeah,
arm.
she is pretty bummed about the arm being ripped off.
But they do take out Cordelia. They shoot her in the eyes. She's gone. Green stuff goes flying everywhere, and then we get yet another flashback where truly the blood of Christ is what is filling this majestic key. And we just know a little more about it, and I kind of understand the group mentality here, and I think Brayker does too. This is kind of an interesting moment. They're like, okay, this woman just lost an arm, she's bleeding out, we've got to get out of here. We know her, and Brayker's like, we're not leaving, which is the smarter move, I guess. The goal is just to wait this out till sunrise, and then clearly, I guess, sunrise, just like vampires, washes everything away, the evil's gone. They could go outside, I don't know, for I guess until night. It wouldn't. How far can you really get? They're demons. But like on a side note, but they're all pissy and they're like, we're going through the mine shafts. It's the only way. And Uncle Willie's like, you know, I've actually been down some of them. I think I could lead us out, and we need to get to a hospital and we need to get her medical attention. And even Jada Pinkett Smith is like, yeah, we're doing this. And Brayker's pissed off about it, but reluctantly agrees. And they do it. And while they're down there, they find Danny. Danny, the kid who narked on him earlier, is just hiding in the mines. So that kid knows about it the whole time.
I think he's hiding from his parents, who are all now demons.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he knows about the mines. Like, he came in from a different direction.
Yeah.
Damn it, Danny.
Danny boy.
And then, you know what? You know what else are in the mines?
Other demons.
That's right, and they run.
Yeah, right back to the
Yeah,
hotel.
and you know what Brayker told him the whole time? You know what could be in these mines? Demons.
Demons.
You're like, if there is an out way, they're going to find it because they're demons. And you know what? They're a bunch of demons. Demons every which way. Here is another moment that I like. How it happens is stupid, but I do like that there are repercussions. So they all run back through the entrance, and Brayker's really like extra seals it. Like, it's sealed good. And there's a bunch of demons there, and he's like, you know, they'll be contained. They can't go through this. And Roach goes like, you know what? You paid me crap wages. Was that his boss?
I guess so.
Yeah, must have been.
Sure, great. Like, that's not really.
Well, yeah, Roach worked at the halfway house cafe, I believe.
I don't remember that ever being brought up.
Yeah,
Well, he came running out with the two parents, like when the kid was stealing or checking on the car.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't pick
yeah,
up on that.
THC
Right,
was
okay.
one of the guys
Okay.
that came running out also.
Wow.
Got it.
Wow.
Good attention
Well,
to
he
detail.
fucks everyone over now.
Yeah, because he shoots his boss in the eyes, and he's warned because when you do that, it does kill the demon, but it also causes a like electric explosion of demon,
Which
green.
cancels out the
It breaks the barrier.
barrier.
Yeah, it broke down the wall, which breaks down the barrier, which leads to another World War flashback.
Yeah, this is World War I now.
Yeah, and we see that Brayker, I guess is his name, which I brought into question. He is with some soldier in France, and that dude is bleeding out, and he's like, Brayker, you've got to take this. And he explains and basically palms him the key, which then like tattoos his hand and transfers the stars. And now he is the keeper of the key and has these Jesus blood flashbacks. I guess acknowledges what to do. And he's like, Brayker, you'll know what the stars mean. Why I'm saying his name is Brayker is in the beginning, they ran his ID through and his name was Brayker. And they're like, this guy Brayker died 5 years ago. We're in a World War I flashback and this guy's calling him Brayker. Yeah. So, and then Mike told me on the side, he goes, he only kills people that are named Brayker and takes their identities. So.
Brayker. That's the key that links it all.
Yeah, I knew it. That's the different Tales from the Crypt. This is the flashback where we learn all the sevens. This is where he tries to explain it, I think, Mike. Am I wrong on this? Because he's like, 7 stars, 7 people, 7 demons, 7 feathers.
Yeah,
7...
in my notes I have, this is where he lays out the plot.
Yeah, after the flashback, he's like, hey, since I'm being a big dickbag to all you guys, I may as well tell you why.
Well, actually, he's like, you guys are being a dickbag to me.
Well,
he's like,
and I'm deservedly so.
Kind of. I mean,
these guys were just enjoying their guacamole and ketchup, and some mysterious drifter rolls
and in bed.
And like he's, Thomas Haden Church is getting his nipples electrocuted, and some drifter comes in, brings demons with him, and when they're like, "Hey, can you leave with the demons?" He's like, "No, we all have to stay here and get killed by demons."
Good point.
Yeah. So yeah, like I understand why everyone's being a dick to him.
But I think just in the moment, it was just like, hey, I'm trying to seal some stuff, and they're like, meh. And then he's like, okay, well, here's the thing. There were like before, like in Genesis, basically, then there was light, and there was some demons in the darkness all along, and at that point, before there was light, there was 7 demon keys, and then God was like, there was light, and they were all scattered, but they got 6 of the keys back, and they're like, yes.
But one of God was like, no, you didn't.
I have a heaven gun. And then there was the 7th key, and that fell to earth, and now some people have it, and people are really pissed about that, and Geraldine is like, okay, Billy Zane's in my dreams now. And that all simultaneously is happening.
If we go out tonight, are you going to expose your heaven gun?
You're talking to Mike, right?
Oh, that's what you're calling it now?
Yes, it is. I mean, that's what it's referred to.
Okay.
I didn't coin it.
Well, is that where Paladin Mike comes from?
Yeah.
Yikes. Well, while this is happening, Geraldine, Jada Pinkett Smith, she is in another room, and she is now getting zaned, sort of.
Yeah, she's getting the Zane treatment.
Yeah, he's like, hey, girl, you want to be famous? You want to travel the world? You want to go to Paris? These people are going to die. Yeah. You don't need to die. You're awesome. You're beautiful. Did I say beautiful? You're the most beautiful. Like, that's his weird hypnotism. I like it. He's really good at this. When we took a break around this time, and I remember Jeremy was like, I wish there was more Billy Zane. And I totally agree with you. He is...
Yeah, he does a good job in this movie.
Yeah, he is 100% the star of the show throughout all of this. I like Brayker. I just kind of like... He seems like a drifter. He's vague. He's weird. I think he does a good job.
I'm gonna say this honestly. I think this movie is pretty well acted.
Awesome.
As far as like the quality. I mean, this is clearly a very B movie. But I think everyone's kind of bringing it.
Yeah.
No one's really phoning it in here, I don't think.
No.
I mean, Jada Pinkett Smith is not a very good actress, but she's doing all right.
Yeah. I said when we started this, I was like, I think this is the best thing she has ever been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith comes out of the back room and just slaps the shit out of Mike.
Well, maybe he agrees. I didn't say everything was bad. I just said this was the best. And he's like, I'm watching you, Paul. I was like, oh.
So now we have kind of 2 things happening. One, Thomas Haden Church decides he wants the key for himself. So he like does this big production of like, bro, you're a hero. Let me shake your hand and like cup your balls or whatever. And while he does,
that's just cultural.
Yeah, it's very welcoming.
You know the old phrase is one ball in the hand, one ball in the hand.
I've heard that, yeah. But the ball that he has in hand is the key. He takes the key. We also, while Jada Pinkett Smith is maybe getting zaned, Uncle Willie goes into the titty room.
Yeah.
And definitely gets Zane.
You killed
How
Jeremy.
could you not get Zaned in that room, man?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Willie in the titty room is maybe a different movie.
So a little bit of a spoiler. So when you're getting Zaned, he gets all up in your head, and you're like, he's trying to give you your fantasies. So Jada Pinkett Smith is clearly, I want to get out of this small nothing town. I want anything, and you don't really know what she wants, but it's clearly that. And I think Billy Zane is scrambling a little bit for her. Uncle Willie is clear, and it is topless women and bottles of booze. And he signs his soul away.
Oh, immediately.
Like, he's not even in the front door.
Doesn't
Like,
even think about. He doesn't blink. He's like, nope, great, I'll do it. Whatever. This is cool.
Yeah, it takes a real dark turn, too. And Billy Zane is super weird. I know his voice is like, hey, Uncle Willie, you want to have a drink, bro?
I like it because it's a difference from his, hey, you're good looking, you're pretty, you're awesome.
I'm not
And now
gonna.
he's like,
I'm not gonna lie. It's not done poorly.
Yeah.
It was just done
the way it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a
The
dark-
smooth, mellow tones
Yeah.
like Billy Zane
It shows the
Like,
range
yeah.
of Billy Zane.
Hey
to
girl,
like Jersey Shore.
hey girl, you want to run away? Everything's good. People love you. Hey, Uncle Willie.
Well, who was the?
Hey,
who was
Paisan.
who was he dressed up as?
Like
look like,
Johnny Depp's character from that one movie.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
But that's a real person. Like,
the
Yeah.
what's his name?
yeah,
We're never gonna know.
No, God,
Damn
I'm an
it.
idiot.
That's going to require Googles.
Oh my goodness.
So the movie's Fear and Loathing in
Oh,
Las
Yes.
Vegas.
And
Could have chimed in anytime.
guy is-
Yeah, but who's the author?
It's Gonzo Journalism.
yeah.
Will you just say the name, or
I-
oh, you don't know?
I'm
Okay,
try- I'm trying to
You're
jump-
trying to give yourself hints.
It's just too late at night now.
Yeah.
It's T. Is there a T in it?
Well, Hunter.
Hunter.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Lamar. Yeah, he's dressed up like Hunter. S.
The real Halloween surprise is recording deep, girl. We're going deep into the late of the night.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good. You're going to be on a Halloween special, and people are going to like you and love you, and they're going to pelt you with candy, Mike.
You know, I have an observation I'd like to make.
Bob Billy Zane?
Indirectly,
Bill Zanadu?
couldn't escape if you wanted to. No, sorry. Okay, so he's in your mind, like he's giving you what you want. He's trying to demonstrate that he can fulfill your fantasies. So Uncle Willie just wants titties and booze. Cool. Jada Pinkett Smith wants, like, you know,
Out.
she
To
wants
get out
out.
of the small town,
She wants to
yeah.
get out. She wants to travel. Thinking back on this, and this is kind of sad now. The hooker, whatever her name was,
Cordelia just wanted
Cordelia.
someone to say nice things.
she just
to her.
wanted someone to
just
say
wanted to
nice
be
things
loved,
to her.
yeah.
Like, how sad is that? If that's, he was looking into her deepest desires, and all she had was like, just please don't be mean to me for a
Yes.
second. That's so sad.
You are correct on that.
Yeah.
That is a very tragic character all throughout this.
She's
Yeah.
the blonde girl from Dead Man's Curve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a sad tale of the lobby hooker.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really know what's happening to Jada Pinkett Smith, Geraldine, and
Because she's walking around like she might be possessed.
yeah, she's like saying weird stuff, and I think we're watching her in like mid possession, because then I've just come to the like what's happening. This isn't happening like one at a time. Billy Zane is currently
he's in everyone's shit.
Yeah, he's like trying to possess everyone, and us as the audience, we're seeing it one at a time, but this is simultaneous.
Yeah.
That's the Zane way.
Yeah. So we also have CCH Pounder and
Pound it.
Pound-
Hashtag.
Pound. Yeah, she's about to do some pounding. She's about to go to Pound Town because she forgets that the place that she owns has an attic, but goes up there and finds the fucking kid reading a comic book, a Tales from the Crypt
Yeah,
comic
nice.
book. But she also finds Wally, the mailman.
Yeah, Wally.
Willie, Uncle
Willie.
Willie.
No.
She finds Wally's mail post bag.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
his armaments collection because
Yeah,
he was
but it
apparently
did-
going to go postal.
But he does not have bullets.
He does not.
But
have
he does
bullets.
have grenades.
He has a
Yes.
grenade vest.
Yeah. The grenade store was not selling bullets at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again,
Well, you got to wait, like, you got to sign the paperwork and wait a couple weeks. He was mad now, so.
yeah. So Brayker's doing weird stuff. Oh, he cuts a head off.
Well, yeah, that's Uncle Willie.
Oh, yeah,
Uncle
that's
Willie makes a break for it.
Yeah.
Tries to steal the flat or the key, but he doesn't have the key because THC stole it, and then he gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
Uncle Willie gets his head cut off.
And so Roach, THC, he at this time is making a deal with Billy Zane.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to get out of here. And they're like, oh, you're such a good guy. Billy Zane's like, we really appreciate people like you and everything's going well. And he's like, I'm just going to leave. And he's like, yeah, of course. He gave us the thing, deal's a deal. Great, cool. And then THC walks 5 feet away and who is Roach? And Billy Zane goes, well, I lied. And a bunch of demons devour him instantaneously.
Yeah.
He gets what he gets.
Womp womp.
I like that because it was like two scumbags dealing with each other, and ultimately Roach got what he deserved.
I did like that they kept like the guy that you hate the most like throughout the movie, so that you're building like the hatred over the course of the movie, and then it finally pays off at the end. Like I would have liked to see him die more profoundly than he did.
Yeah.
It seemed
like
as
if you're
though-
gonna keep the guy in the movie this long, like make it a big death scene.
Or like convert him to a demon and then they have to finish him off again,
Yeah.
like in like 10 more minutes. So Billy Zane's pretty happy with himself. He's like, great, I got the key. I thought it was weird that he didn't ask THC to dump out the blood.
Yeah.
But he takes the key and he walks off. I also he's like, hey, great, now let's just go kill the rest of the... Boom, arrow to his eye. It's immediate that Brayker found a bow and arrow, shot an arrow directly to his eye. Billy Zane falls. And Brayker takes the key yet again. I like the instantaneousness of it. The flow of this movie is all instantaneous. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, but now like all the seals are broken, I think.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No. Some are, but no. Yeah, there will be more later.
Well, they make a break for it to escape up to the attic.
Yeah, so it's really just Brayker and Geraldine. They're going to the attic. CC Pounder is just really not gonna let like all these demons through. So her and the deputy are like, we're in it together. They fire their last shots and rip off a bunch of grenades like it was aliens. And they just explode.
Game over, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was a 2-man job, but whatever.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, why did the fat deputy? He just couldn't make it up the attic stairs.
There is
so far.
There is a third. So we have Jada Pinkett Smith, we have Brayker, and Danny the Kid is still there, but he is ultra possessed. He is sitting around reading a Tales from the Crypt comic book, which possesses him, and he just goes like from zero to demon. I don't even know like what he sold his soul to be. Like,
we don't find that
It
out.
was an extra comic book, maybe something stupid.
That's really sad. That's you could add, Mike. You could add 5 comics.
Yeah. Name the amount of comics you have.
Hold out for that 6th comment.
There's no way this guy's gonna deliver 6. Oh, 6.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, so Brayker's like telling JPH or JPS that she's the chosen one. He's like, I know now that it's you. You should take this flask. And the kid's like, I'll take the flask. Me. And I think just Jada Pinkett Smith fucks his shit up.
Well, he mortally wounds Brayker.
Oh, yeah, he claws the fuck out of his chest.
he just like rips a giant hole in his chest.
Yeah, so Brayker is dying. Brayker is totally gonna die, which is kind of crazy. And this is why I like the story. The story becomes something I didn't think that it was. Like, I thought this was a story of, maybe like this guy's here to finish off a demon. This guy's like, he has been tracking down demons the whole time, and he's got to be like the demon knight to kill Billy Zane. Like, that's the story I thought, even if he was going to die at the end. But that's not the story.
No.
The story is, I knew the stars aligned on my hand because I was going to die, and I need to make you the next person. So you are the last person alive. That's what the stars told me. I would find that person here. You're going to be that, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's like a weird, not a upside down plot twist, but it's kind of more of a plot twist than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, all right.
So he fills up the key with his own blood
and then
dies.
Yeah, and Jada Pinkett Smith gets the flashbacks and the stars on her hand, and then enter Billy Zane yet again.
Yeah.
So Mike, when Brayker dies, all of the seals he made are now broken.
Yes,
That's right. Okay, there we go.
Now all
Thank
the
you.
seals are broken. Yeah.
Yeah, because they all like I don't know, just like fade out. You see, flickers out. It's like, bzzz.
Well, so Jada Pinkett Smith goes Predator here. She covers herself in Brayker blood.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, it's great. So
She does two things, and we'll come back to one. She does that now, and she does something else that I appreciate, that I'm like, that's kind of a good story, that, all right, this guy's dead, and that's tragic, but he is a bag of blood that I could use in certain ways.
I would have taken more with me.
Oh, yeah, no joke.
There was plenty.
So yeah, Billy Zane's like, I got you, bitch, but he can't touch her because she's covered in his blood.
Can't touch this?
Can't do. And Billy Zane responds to this by shooting a Ghostbuster laser out of his penis towards her.
Yeah, that's the demon dick.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Gave her the double
Now
D.
I understand.
That's what I'm dressing up as Halloween.
Yeah,
Or Halloween.
that was pretty unnecessary. Yeah, he like whips out this like lightning penis
Wang,
whip.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, I can't contain myself, but I need to wash all this blood off because this won't do, because this blood is, his, kryptonite.
Yeah.
So he washes her off in the shower, and she kind of like dips under for a second, like the shower curtain, and takes a big swig of that blood and
Right.
keeps it in her mouth.
Well,
And-
because he has broken her hand
Yes.
to
Yeah.
retrieve this thing.
Yes.
But yeah, she's got some of it in her mouth.
yeah, so
She's got it in there for a while.
yeah. Oh, so and the way she does this is she stabs him in the eye, and he's like, that only works on low-level demons. I guess Brayker didn't really tell you much, so that doesn't work on me. And then when she stabs him, he flails back, and then she takes a little swig of it. But yeah, just not gonna happen. And then he tries seducing her again. He's like, you know what? I got the key. This is dope. I've been looking forward to this promotion. Everything's pretty good, but I still am into you. No one's ever brought a demon night over, so you could be like my date, and it's gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm. He lives her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, I wanted to tell
can't
you,
say
like, I
love.
love. Do you love me? And eventually, she just spits a bunch of blood in his face, and he melts the hell right
He
out.
goes Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Well, he turns into like a giant demon.
Goo?
And then explodes. And
Yeah.
there's goo.
Yeah. There's a lot of. I like that. There's a lot of goo. There's a lot of. Goo.
Well, and then once he's dead, Jada takes another trip to the blood bank.
So that's my second thing. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Oh, boy.
So I thought this was good writing. I was like, man, so you've already depleted. You just chugged a bunch of that blood and spit it. But she's like, oh no, I'm going to refill it before I go. I was like, good move.
Yeah. I'd have found some Tupperware or something
Oh,
in the
yeah.
kitchen and just I would have drained that guy.
You have like a camelback full of blood.
Right.
Also, I mean, let's be real. Okay, two things to note. One, I guess, like, do you have to only fill it with your blood when you're dying? Because if you're the chosen one, can't you just fill it with your blood? I'm like, that would be a bummer that you have to do like blood transfusion to that bottle every day. But
it'd probably be worth it.
She's putting drops already on the bus. Like, if you're putting drops already on the bus, like,
Yeah, you're gonna run out quick.
right?
Yeah.
Just remember, like, Brayker is from like, like, I don't know. He would have been born in the late 1800s. So he's like, I don't know, close to 100 years old. He would have run out of blood eventually. So
Yeah.
Unless you spent like 50 years laying low, not fighting demons. Just
And then one day he's
Well,
like,
and, like-
he's like, I'm using it all in one day.
But that's the thing, though. So, like, at the end of this movie, like, you're like 50 years laying low. Well, there is literally fucking no downtime, and they have sent out another fucking like high level demon, and like he doesn't get on the bus because she has created a seal, so he's gonna take the next bus. But immediately, like right after she leaves the town, there's already another demon hunting her. So yeah, she's definitely gonna need more blood.
Right. Well, Billy Zane is super dead. Super dead. The sun rises. I thought it was really nice that Billy Zane did such a great job that, so what Jada Pinkett Smith was wearing was basically like underwear and a tank top and just covered herself in blood. And clearly like her tank top was like drenched red in blood, but Billy Zane cleaned it so well it's all white in the morning when the sun rises. I noticed that. I was like, okay. And then, she packs up, gets some blood, and she is going on a bus, and she is just getting out of town, and she's going to figure these things out. She looks at the stars on her hand. She is the chosen one, as noted by Brayker. And she gets on a bus, but blood seals it. And then a few stops later, there's already a demon looking for her, and the guy's like, nah, I'll take the next one. And she's a demon hunter on the loose now, and that's where it leaves off. And then we go back to the Crypt Keeper, who's like, she's doing well. He's talking to some ladies, and he's like, she sent me a ghost card. And that's where we're at. They're going to the Demon Night movie premiere. These ladies and the Crypt Keeper, and that's it.
He's gonna meet Uncle Willie in the titty room later.
I bet. And there it is. And Mike said that there's an announcement for another movie at the end, which is neither Bordello of Blood or the other one.
The movie was called Dead Easy.
What is going on?
That's what.
I was just screaming.
So that was the name of the title that they wanted to do, and then they didn't film it. They did Bordello of Blood, and they never went back to Dead Easy.
Wow.
And it was supposed to be a zombie film set in New Orleans.
Let's do it. Bring it back.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Bring it
But yeah,
back.
that's what he mentions in the after credits.
You say Dead Easy?
Dead Easy.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down. Yeah, that's...
But that was never made.
We should bring... Yeah, someone should bring that back. I would love to see that script. That was awesome. But, before we go into our final review, as always, if you would like to reach out to us, hit us up at Gmail, which is rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if there's any movies you'd like us to review, if there's anything seasonal, if you have some ideas, you want a shot glass. I don't know. 'Tis the season to be a little spooky. Oh, man, I'm sad that Halloween time is wrapping up. But also... we could talk about those things on emails, and you could solicit us for those secret sultry mic clips that you've wanted all those, those sessions, I guess. If you want to hit us up on our website, it's rabbittroopsucks.com. There's some pictures of us. There's some merchandise links. There's some episodes there. Or go to Instagram or Facebook. So, everybody, Demon Night. What are you thinking, Demon Night? And what was that? What was the movie supposed to be called?
Dead Easy.
Dead Easy.
I kind of like this movie. I've seen it a few times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's pretty well acted. Like, I don't mind when movies don't tell you a lot of backstory. I have no problem with that. I don't need a lot of lore. So I don't mind like the weird references to the stars and shit. I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's fun. Like it's a dumb B movie, but it's I don't know. It's super fun to watch.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Mike and I talked about doing this one last year. We talked about it very quickly for this year. Let's just bring it back. And this movie's a perfect mix for me where it's a lot of fun. There's a bit of dark comedy. There's, sarcasm. I don't know.
Titties.
For Uncle Willie,
Yeah.
there's a lot. Yeah, I like the vagueness. I totally like. I love it. Like, who's this drifter? I don't really know. There's kind of like undefined powers. There's unknown things. Who knows what he transferred to Jada Pinkett Smith? She has a series of memories. Maybe they expand as time goes on. Who knows? Maybe it's like the Highlander. She gains more memories as she hunts down demons. I have a lot of questions, but it's honestly, that's kind of the sign of I wanted to see more. I really like this. I definitely, as I said, I think this is the better of the two movies that were released. Again, I'm not really counting that third one from what we read. I do want to note, though, I totally think there could have been a direct sequel. Even if it's not Jada Pinkett Smith and her story, someone doing something. Years later, I mean, it still could be made. I think it's a cool idea. It's a cool premise. I think another vague story, another situation could arise from this and then loosely ties it together that someone else has the key. So one day in the future, I would love to see something else.
I want to see like the sequel that starts right, like 100 years from when this movie takes place, when Jada Pinkett Smith's character is dying and transferring power to some other rando.
And she hasn't aged a day.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's it's like the year 3000 or whatever.
Nice.
Or I guess that wouldn't be 100 years, but far in the future, and someone else gets this.
Yeah.
That's the movie I want to see.
Jeremy, what you thinking?
Yeah, so I watched this movie back in my youth, and then I have not seen it again till just recently. So I didn't remember a lot about it. So like the movie we watched yesterday.
Last week, friend. The movie we
That's
watched
right.
last week.
That's right. Edit that out, for God's sake. The movie we watched last week, House. In a way, this starts out the same way. Like there's no like exposition. It just starts, and then the plot plays out from there. This was done so much better. So like Mike said, this is a B movie. It's very short. But they give you all the information that you need in order to appreciate what's going on in the movie, unlike what House did. And the acting's pretty good. Like, Billy Zane does a fantastic job. My only critique of this movie would really be they needed more Billy Zane. I don't know how they would have included that because the movie is so short. But he did a fantastic job. The other people were great supporting actors. Yeah, I love this movie. I think it's great, and I would definitely like watch it again.
I have one more slight critique. That's negative. If Brayker could have reprised his role as the Grim Reaper just for a quick moment, I wouldn't say no.
He's playing the bass like with his sickle.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that'd have been great.
Get down with your bad self.
He challenges Billy Zane to like a game of chess, checkers, or Clue. Best 3 out of 5. Damn right.
Yeah, damn right. That's classic.
Lamar, what are you thinking?
Hey, boys said it pretty much what I was going to say. Great movie. Billy Zane. I actually think it was the perfect amount of Billy Zane. Not too much, not too little. Because you want to put emphasis on the main cast. Just the reason why Billy Zane is terrorizing this group. I think the group has good chemistry together. I think it was great performances all around. They have a good chemistry through the cast, the main cast. Just you can see the action scenes in this movie too. I gotta admit, good premise for, like you said, Paul. A good plot and premise for a demonic key. It's not a demonic key. It's more of a holy key to fight demonic horrors. I can't recall a movie that does it like this, where it takes the blood of Christ and you use it to fight demons, and you use the blood to seal gates and all that stuff. I thought it was cool, and they're trapped in a hotel.
I don't know what you do with your blood.
Good movie. That's all I'm going to say. It's Tales from the Crypt. What do you want? They have fun with it, and I have fun with it.
Lamar, would you be Zane in the membrane?
Insane in the Zane.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
He's Billy Zane. Got no brain. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy this. This movie should totally be watched around Halloween. Watch it with friends. Watch it alone. We've said that before. I like that we've kind of been noting, like, should you watch it in a group? Should you not? I think clearly it would be enhanced in a group, but watching this on your own, this movie is a lot of fun. Yeah. The brevity of the film, I think it's just slightly over 90 minutes. But if you took out the Tales from the Crypt like intro and outro, it's a little less than an hour and a half by all means. But you guys are totally right. It gives you just what you need, just enough information to be like, I don't fully know what's happening, but I don't need to know demons, weird stuff, keys. I gotta get out of here. Awesome, but
no, it was good writing.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully something again comes from this. But hey, next time, everybody, we're looking at 1993 Demolition Man. So it's our first Stallone film. Crazy. What a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, and if you haven't wiped your ass with seashells, get to practicing.
How would you do that, Jeremy? Can you tell me?
I'm hoping to learn, to be honest with you.
You'll learn.
Yeah. Well, we've given you all the information, but we're going to take a real quick break because it's time to play Halloween trivia. I don't even have a sound effect for it. Yeah, Halloween trivia. Where these three contestants, Jeremy, Lamar, and Mike, will be going head to head under a grueling condition.
You mean a ghouling? There you go.
Nice, Mike. Nice. Under ghouling conditions. I'll have some trivia questions, and there is a prize at the end. I have explained the game to everyone in this room, and I'm going to explain it to you, the listeners. So the segment is inspired by Good Job Brain Trivia Podcast. My wife loves it, and their segment is Brad Pitt versus lasers. Which one is older? So I, inspired by this, my wife put together a set of movie trivia, and I'm going to ask 20 questions. And I'm going to start with newer movies, then going all the way back to, 70s, 60s, stuff like that. And whoever gets the most points at the end, there is a little trivia Halloween party gift for Rabbit Troop Sucks. So we'll go through it really quick again. I'll do newer movies, and then it goes back in time. I name the two movies, and everyone in this room has to guess which movie is older? So which movie came out first? So the first movie is Mandy, or the first question is Mandy and Midsummer.
And we're guessing which one came out first.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Everyone's done with that?
Yeah.
So the answer is Mandy came out in 2018 and Midsummer came out in 2019.
Wow.
So the answer is Mandy. Mandy is the older one.
Boom.
So yeah, you'll tally this up at the end,
Okay.
so you don't have to tell me.
Tally-ho.
You don't have to tell me. We're going on the honor system here. Thanks again to my wife for putting this together. Question 2: A Quiet Place or Get Out?
Okay, this is actually a pretty good game.
Yes.
There you go. All right, everyone ready?
Yes.
No. Give me a minute. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
A Quiet Place is 2018. Get Out is 2017.
Damn it.
All right.
Get Out is the older movie.
Wow. I thought aren't there like 8 quiet places by now?
Quieter Places.
The quietest place.
The Quiet Chamber.
I messed that one up. Fucked it up, man.
All right, the next movie is It and Terrifier.
When you say
Fuck.
it.
Are we? Yeah, we gotta have clarifying questions on that.
Yeah.
You know, like, is it the recent It? Obviously.
It is the recent It, Part 1.
And is it Terrifier 1 or Terrifier 2?
It is Terrifier 1.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Everyone's ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is 2017, and Terrifier is 2016.
Oh!
Terrifier.
No, I got that right. Yes.
Terrifier. You have selected
Yes.
Terrifier.
I did select Terrifier.
All right. The next question. It follows The Conjuring. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
All right. It follows 2014. The Conjuring 2015.
Fuck.
It follows is the
Right.
older one.
Well,
Next question. The Babadook and 10 Cloverfield Lane. Oof. Boom, pot, boom.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
yes.
The Babadook 2014. 10 Cloverfield Lane 2016. The
right.
Babadook is the older film.
Dude, I suck at this game.
Me too.
All right.
Fucking terrible.
The next movie. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. The House of the Devil.
I don't even know.
Fuck.
I don't know what
me,
that is
yes.
either.
Well, you know they're going to be around the same time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm guessing on this.
Yeah. Same.
All right, Lamar, you ready?
Yeah.
Tucker and Dale vs. Evil 2010. The House of the Devil 2009.
Yes.
So The House of the Devil. The next movie, 28 Days Later and Shaun of the Dead.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Love it.
28 Days Later, 2002. Shaun of the Dead, 2004.
Yeah.
28 Days Later
Yes.
is the older movie.
Yes. Yes.
Some of these, so my wife and I ran through this. My score was 14, if anyone wants to know. I was like, just my advice to all of you guys, I was like, I should have gone with my gut on 2 of them. I was like, I should have had a higher score. Damn it. But it is what it is. Well, we ran through these. So sometimes I just tried to put myself in life. Like, where was I when I was doing some of these movies? And it helped. Maybe not the years per se, but I knew which one was older, young, or less old. The next movie, The Ring and American Psycho.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Lamar?
I got it.
The Ring is 2002. American Psycho is 2000.
Yes. Yes.
American Psycho is the older film. The next movie, The Sixth Sense, The Bride of Chucky.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
Jeremy and I went to with a kid who was like an extra in like Child's Play 3.
Yep.
I remember that was said. It was always a weird thing. Yeah,
Was that his
talking
claim?
role.
Did he like put his chest out like, yeah, I was in Child's Play 3?
I think someone like said it like he was in Child's Play 3.
And then I fucking kicked his ass.
I went to high school with a kid who was a stunt double in Man Without a Face.
Did he have a face?
No, not after that.
Like the Mel Gibson. What the fuck happened to Mel Gibson? That movie that needed a stunt double.
It was a stunt double for the kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone ready on this?
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense is 1999, and The Bride of Chucky is 1998. The Bride of Chucky is the older film.
Fuck yeah.
The next movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
All right.
I love it.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, 97. The Blair Witch Project, 99.
Damn it.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is the older film.
Fuck that one.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same vein, the next question, Scream, The Devil's Advocate.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scream, 1996. The Devil's Advocate, 1997. Scream is the older film.
Damn it. Well, I'm not going to beat Paul's score.
No.
I got myself this prize.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hope you got yourself something nice.
Next movie, The Silence of the Lambs and Tremors.
Damn it.
Wow.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, 91. Tremors, 90. Tremors is the older
Damn
film.
it. Yeah, I'm blowing it now, man.
Next movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street and Hellraiser.
Oof.
Yeah, like I have no idea now. I'm just like, it's a 50-50 shot.
Everyone ready on this one?
Yeah.
Elm Street is 84 and Hellraiser is 87.
God.
Nightmare on Elm Street is the older film.
Okay. I'm clawing back some points here.
All
Into
right.
the 80s category.
I've missed the last fucking 4.
The next movie is The Lost Boys and Night of the Comet.
If I don't get this one right, I'm going to throw this fucking microphone.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Night of the Comet is 84 and Lost Boys is 87.
Yes.
So Night of the Comet is the one.
That is a horrible fucking movie.
I also
dude.
thought my wife was messing with me on that.
Jeez.
I don't know, like I'm very aware of these movies and I don't know how you are, but I was like, is my wife messing with me on this one? I was like, it's totally Night of the Comet. And my wife's like, yes, there is, a 3-year difference. I was like, okay.
Yikes.
Okay. The next movie, or the next two, Evil Dead, Poltergeist.
Oh. Come on, be right. Be right.
Okay.
Be right.
Poltergeist, one of the first movies horror movies I'd seen on HBO back in the day.
Evil Dead is 81 and Poltergeist is 82.
Yes.
Evil Dead is the older film.
Okay.
Okay.
Next two, Halloween and Alien.
I thought you were about to say Halloween or Halloween 2.
Oof. Okay.
Okay, everyone ready on this one?
Yeah.
Halloween is 78 and Alien is 79.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Halloween is the older film.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, next two, Suspiria and The Omen.
Jesus.
Ooh. Crazy movie, by the way, Suspiria.
Oh,
Nuts.
yeah. I haven't seen the remake.
I have.
Did you like it?
I like the original better.
Nice. I'm willing to see the remake. Suspiria is 77 and The Omen is 76.
Damn it!
The Omen is the older film.
Okay.
Okay, next two, The Exorcist and Jaws.
Okay.
Exorcist is 73. Jaws is 75.
Yes.
The Exorcist is the older film.
Yes. Okay.
There are two more questions.
See, I was doing good for movies that I was alive for and liked, but now that we're like past all the movies from here on out, I did not see when they came out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have it's gonna be a rough go.
This is the time of BM before Mike.
Yeah.
So we got two more. Rosemary's Baby, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
All that she wants was another baby.
I don't think so. I'm gonna know this just before I say the names. I didn't know if like Rosemary's Baby was this old. Rosemary's Baby 68, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74.
Wow, that's
So
a huge
Rosemary's Baby 68 is the older film. Last question and a tiebreaker question if necessary. Interesting tiebreaker too. Last question: Psycho and the Birds. Which is my band name.
These birds are the jerk of the year.
Damn, that's a tough one.
Is it jerking time?
That is a tough one. Shit. You know what? Fuck that question.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks again for my wife putting this together. Really appreciate that. All right, Psycho is 60 and the Birds is 63.
Fuck.
Add 'em
I
up.
got that wrong. I knew I got that wrong.
Add 'em
man.
up. Wolverines.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. I have 11.
I got 9.
I got 5.
What? Wow, I felt bad that I got 14. Wait, so Jeremy won?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, I'm really glad we tried to get a gift that Jeremy could have because like normally I was like, I'm gonna get some kind of Halloween themed booze, but I was like, he's gonna be like driving around and working. Jeremy, we got you a little Halloween gift that you could open up. You could see from the side. There's a little hole there.
What do you do with the hole?
God, dude.
Yeah, it gets weird.
Put it in the
Going
hole.
back to my hotel room tonight, guys.
Put your finger in that hole. Tell us what happens.
What is this?
Well, if you open,
Unboxing live
It's
right here.
it's a Halloween gift.
This is the first Rabbit Troop Sucks unboxing. So
Yeah, nice.
I have peeled off the cellophane. There is a
Nice.
black box with some type of lid to it.
Fantastic.
It says brisked
It's a bris?
special. Oh, it's a shot glass. Let's see this thing, dude.
What kind of shit?
He's more Raven.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. All right, we've got there's two shot glasses in here.
What's going on with these shot glasses? All that she wants.
Fuck is that? Oh, they're like skulls.
Yeah, there's skulls.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to find something that would be like decent that someone would actually legitimately use, and like clearly we would have done booze, and I'm glad we didn't because again we're like, I don't want Jeremy traveling with this. This would just be like a pain. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, this is small enough they could easily travel.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
this is like so. One of the things I love to drink, but I don't drink it often, is like a sipping whiskey, Angel's Envy Rye.
Oh yeah.
This is like a perfect size for like sitting at night sipping whiskey out of a fucking skull.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
congratulations, Jeremy. Way to
Hey,
go.
congrats.
Let me
Thank you guys.
Good job.
Let me give you the tiebreaker question just for funsies, and
Okay.
you could just tell me if you would get it right. This is great. My wife really thought this one out, so I'll give you even a hint. The two movies I'm going to give you, they've all been like off by a year or something. This is now going to be off by months because this is the tiebreaker question. I was like, wow, good call on this. So here's the tiebreaker, and funny enough, before we watched Demon Knight, we were all watching one of them. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Candyman, they both came out in 1992.
Buffy.
Wow.
Is the
I'm
first
going
one?
with Buffy.
I'm going
as well.
Buffy as the old one.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone's Buffy?
Yeah, as soon as Buffy started, all horror
Buffy is
movies.
July 1st, and Candyman is October 16th.
There you go.
Boom.
Candyman was raw wise, making it close to
Halloween?
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Buffy was good too. I mean, you can watch that any time of year.
Totally. Like we just did.
Yeah, today.
During October.
Any time of the year is today.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. I hope you all have a happy Halloween. Halloween is by far one of my favorite times of the year. Be safe, dress up, listen to this, watch Demon Knight, have fun. Anything anyone wants to say? Next time, Demolition Man, 1993, Stallone.
Yeah, thanks for having me in the studio.
Yeah, it was great that
You
you
know,
were here.
Yeah,
it was
man.
fun. Mm-hmm. It was fun. I hope to do it again. I don't know when that will be, but
You're amassing
we'll see.
you're amassing a shot glass collection. The Rabbit Troop sucks shot glass. These skull shot glasses. Your wife's gonna be like, "What the hell's going on? Like, how many shots are too many?"
are you gonna have Rabbit Troop Sucks pasties on the website soon?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's demand for it already. We already heard there's demand.
Yeah, we get emails every day. Like,
I'd like
I want to cover my titties with some kind of official merch. So,
Are you on a different email than
it's the special email for my sexy Dropbox.
I was gonna say, is this branching off from
Yeah.
like the special requests?
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you weren't pelted with candy, and this episode isn't 3 hours long.
That's
and
true.
I don't need to narrate it down or edit it down and narrow it down.
But I won that trivia, so maybe the candy helped.
I got you beer for that one, and that's why I
did,
thought I was
yeah.
like, I can't get Jeremy just like some beer. I'll bring this on the plane. They'll love it.
Yeah.
Sir, you can't take it on the plane. I won this in a contest.
Here's a Rapid Troop Sucks switchblade.
Sir, I won this on a podcast contest. I don't think you understand what's happening here. But as always, have a happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Rabbit Troop sucks.
Happy Halloween.